Well, welcome to the generation game.
Brucey's back now. Then
Looking at that shit. Yeah.
I just went now then. That's not Bruce Forsyth. That's a whole different fucking game, that isn't it? Oh, dear. How are we, Charlie lad?
Yeah, I'm good. You always wind me up about fucking getting the intro wrong, so I'm just going to get it wrong every time I have to intro now.
I think it's quite funny, mate. I think it's good that we've now hosted Loose Women and the Generation Game. What's on the board, Miss Ford?
You know what I used to love about the Generation Game was the conveyor belt at the end, and you had to remember all the stuff that was on it.
I don't think I'd remember any of it though. Do you know what I mean? My
cuddly toy. That was
always a cuddly toy. That was always like the superstar prize, wasn't it? Though it was not really a cuddly toy, was it? It was like I liked Bullseye the best. Bullseye.
Yeah.
In one.
You know what? I was looking at a clip the other day on Bullseye, and Jim Bowen. You wouldn't get away with that shit these days, would you? There was some woman. She wasn't massive, but she was a largish lady. And Jim Bowen says, "Oh, I believe you're doing like a sponsored what was it? A sponsored fast. So you're losing weight and you're getting sponsored." He said, "You haven't made much money, have you?"
Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen of the Funnyfarm pod following, we do not support fat shaming.
No,
anyway, carry on.
That was you wouldn't get away with some of the stuff now. In those quiz shows, would you? That you used to get away with then.
No, I mean, I do think like political correctness has gone absolutely mad, and I guess like it's an overused term now, isn't it? That political correctness has gone mad. Lots of people say it. I mean, my view on it is like just don't upset people. Just don't go out to offend people. And it's always like, back in the day, it was always like, you should never ask a lady her weight and stuff like that. It's not a gentlemanly thing to do, or their birthday. Women, you're not allowed to do stuff like that. And it's always been a thing, hasn't it? It's always been a thing, but like it's been outed quite a bit now. And I mean, obviously, the situation, like my family history with weight and, I don't really want to talk about it on pod, but the situation, and it's horrific. Women being shamed and stuff like that. But you watch a lot of old stuff, and to me, it's just like water off a duck's back. It's kind of like you think, oh, that's all right, but then when you do dig a bit deeper into the connotations of some stuff, I guess it could cause harm, couldn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we spoke about some of this wokeism, didn't we, on our Patreon episode? Which it's live on Patreon now, isn't it?
Yeah,
live last week. We spoke about that last week. So if you want to join our Patreon, it's only £3 a month. It's less than a coffee in Starbucks. What is it, Chris? Funnyfarm Pod?
Yeah, it's patreon.com/Funnyfarm Pod. I'll put when I edit it, I'll put the link in and stuff. So. Yeah, but there's loads on there as well. We're starting. So this week we are podding every day, which are going to be public. They are all going to be public. So everything we do this week is going to be public. I think everything we do next week will be public. But from then we are going to make it so it's giving basically everybody a taste of what you get on the Patreon, and then that some of the content will just then be paid Patreon members only. Obviously, we do a Patreon member episode. We'll be doing one every week. We do our pod every week. We're hoping that we're going to keep it up and do a guest every week. If not more than one, we'll do as many. The guest episodes are really good because it brings in a different perspective. There's going to be loads on Patreon. Patreon.com/Funnyfarmpod.
That's the one.
What's going on in the world, Charlie? What's going on in the world?
I don't want to go on about that yet. Okay. Let's have a little chat about what you're talking to before we come on the pod.
Which was
calisthenics.
Yeah. So I do Audible. So I've downloaded this book about doing like home workouts, like Calisthenics, is it called? And also the bit that was really interesting. So I listened to half of it I went to Hull gigging last night with a good mate of mine, Dan Lythe, The gig was really nice, actually. It was in this little place called. Oh, this is a funny story. I'm gonna have to tell you. So
Go
the
on.
place that we went to in Hull was called Alnaby, Alnaby, right? And for some reason,
Anal. Be.
so you've got exactly where I'm going with this straight
All
away.
right. Have
So
a piss
it's
on your bonfire.
well, I thought it was Analby. I thought the place was called Analby. So I did like a play on words in my set. I opened the set by saying, "It's nice to be here in Analby, and I'm opening." And I said, but I was hard of hearing when Dan asked me to do this. So he said they need an opening for anal beads. And I carried that joke on through my set. I did 20 minutes, and I was calling the place Anal Bee. And when I came off, the guy running the thing, he goes, "Did you do that on purpose?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Were you calling it Anal Bee on purpose?" And I'm like, "No, I actually thought it was Anal Bee." But I'd realised when I came off, I was gigging with Kimmy Kay, who's been on the pod.
All right, yeah.
And I turned around to her and I'd looked at the stage. The next act was on. I'd looked at the stage and there was like a neon sign with the name of the village on it, and I'd not clocked it at all. And I just thought it's called Analby from what I'd got on my details on Facebook Messenger. And I just thought, so I thought of this material earlier. I'm going to open with it. And I looked and it's like, hang on a minute, it's Anlaby. It's Anlaby. It's not Analby. So I turned to Kimmy and I goes, "It's not, this place ain't called Analby, is it?" And she's like, "Into it?" Even Kimmy went, "Into it?" And I goes, "No, it's not." And then the guy said to me, "Did you do that on purpose?" I'm like, "I'm ever so sorry, I'm really bad." And then the closing act, who was fucking wicked, Tom Little, he went on and he goes, "Can I just check that it is pronounced Anlaby?" And I'm like, "Fucking hell." He goes, "I wouldn't want to get it wrong." And I'd opened getting it wrong, the whole thing. But the gig went really well. It was absolutely, opening's always a hard spot to be in, but it was sound. There was like 30 people in there, little kind of. Well, it was weird. It was like a dance studio, and the gig was like in the front bit where there was like a coffee shop stroke bar. Ever so nice, ever so nice. Stu Napier's gig, really, really, really nice. If any comedians are listening, get on it. It's cracking. But yeah, so I listened to this. So I got the Calisthenics. I just mentioned that to Charlie prior to the pod, and he says he does it. So yeah, what is it? I mean, I've not got to the Calisthenics bit because there was like a mental toughness part before it. So I've gone through that.
It's using your body weight to exercise as opposed to like using any equipment. So press ups is like a basic thing of it. Press ups, leg raises, crunches, stuff like that. So it's you can get more in depth. I just keep it basic. I'm at that age now where I don't want to bend too much, but I do a lot of stretching as well. So I do a lot of
thing. I've been having these. I don't know if I've mentioned it on pod, but I've always struggled with
do a lot of stretching.
Do a lot of stretching out. But it's not a very big stretch, to be honest with you, mate. But yeah, I've suffered with like back problems for years now, and I get spasms in my back. They wake you up at night. It's quite bad, and I'm going to go and get a massage for that. But yeah, I think I need to. I think getting older, and I don't know that the gym's the best. I do like going to the gym, but I think sometimes you get carried away, and you end up lifting heavier weights than you should, and it probably makes it worse for me. So I want to. Eventually, I do probably want to get back into the gym, but I think I want to start off doing body weight stuff and stretching and all that. And I think I've been suffering like badly with my mental health recently, like overwhelm. Anxiety, but I feel like I'm getting into a really good place now. So I'm sort of searching out different stuff that I can do for myself.
I sent you that John Kehoe quote. Kehoe, not Keyhole.
Keyhole. Look through the keyhole.
He's really, really good. I mean, I think I mentioned a few weeks ago on the pod that I'm trying to, I'm always looking for ways to make it easier on my little brain, and make things a little bit happier inside that big fat head of mine. And that junk, it's like it was a 4-week course, and it explains shit about thoughts and what thoughts actually are, and it explains that like thoughts are an actual force. They're a force, they're like gravity or whatever. But it's really good what he goes into.
Yeah, I've downloaded it, so I'm gonna have start looking at them. Is it like something you do daily? Is it like a lesson a day?
Yeah. So it's like a 4-week course. So he does like basically a lecture, and then you got a week. It's years old, this thing, and then you do like the exercises during that week. It's like 4 parts, and you get a few extra audio bits in there as well.
Are you allowed? Are you allowed to have passed it to me? Because you've just said it on a public forum that you've passed it to me.
I don't know, mate. I don't give a fuck. I got it passed to me.
I'm going to be honest with you, though, mate. If John Kehoe is one of our 40-odd regular listeners to the pod, then we're sorry. And I'll give you some money. I'll give you some money for it. But yeah, I'm going to try all that stuff. I think it's a good way to. I just need to find some ways of taking a bit of the stress off. I'm alone a lot, because like I work from home and gigging and whatnot. I get out and I've got my acting class later, but I don't get out socialising that much. So I'm in my own head quite a lot at the minute.
Well, it helps you get rid of those negative thoughts. So it's all about getting rid of all the shit. So it's called weeding, and then seeding it with other stuff. So like you've got the power to insert whatever thought you want into your brain. Yeah. So why fill it with shit? Fill it with good stuff. And then every thought that goes into your head, you can either you can accept that thought, or you can fuck it off. So you've got the power to do that as well. So it's just it's probably basic things that you knew. But you just need it pointing out to you, But it's good. It's good. I'd get onto it, get doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to get looking at that. But life does seem good at the minute. I think
and for me, just things. The business. It's not fucking going off on a massive fucking exponential fucking. What are they called?
Like a hockey stick curve. It's not.
Yeah. It's not going up.
Going up.
It's just going nice and steady, and you can see things that are coming now, and it's been really good. The business is it's starting to turn around now after probably about 12 months of it fucking being pretty much stagnant. Yeah. But things are starting to get there again now. Mentally, I've been really good. Things I had a really bad day a few weeks ago, didn't I? But things are looking up. Things are getting better. The summer's coming upon us. The days are getting lighter. I love all that. I think I love travelling. But I mean, I'm going to come back to this later. But with the state of the fucking world at the moment, I don't think I'll be travelling this year.
Everything where you are. Yeah.
There's that much shit going on in the world, especially what's gone on over the weekend. But I'll come back to that in a bit. I love the travelling. We need to get some passports sorted out. Hopefully, we will be able to get away somewhere abroad in the summer.
I mean, I'm going Benidorm, aren't I? But I don't think that's going to be a military target, if I'm honest. Nah. I think I'll probably be all right in Benidorm watching someone pull flags out the pussy. I think that'll be and that's my mate Dino.
We'll get a fucking suicide bomber in there or something, mate. You never know.
Here's a thing, right? And I know you're going to go on to it, but Jane turned round to me yesterday, and we all know, everybody knows who watches the pod, that I don't keep up with the news. I'm a bit of a thicko when it comes to what's happening, current affairs and all that kind of stuff. But Jane said the other day they're sending suicide drones in. What the fuck's a suicide drone? A drone's not a person. It's a fucking mechanical thing. So what's a suicide drone?
Well, I suppose a suicide drone
just bangs into something and blows
can't
up.
Be used. But yeah, they sent one of them into Cyprus, didn't they? And the Akrotiri base, they're trying to do the runway in there. But again, that's been apparently they've had 2 intercepted today, another 2 being headed towards there again today. I mean, while we're talking about this bollocks, we might as well go on about what Trump's done.
So I said what I said. I'd just message Mark because yesterday, when it was all kicking off, and my missus said they'd gone into Cyprus. I've got a really good mate of mine who lives in Cyprus, so I messaged him, and like I mean, I get this thing like you get propaganda. I don't know if anyone's watched Wag the Dog, but it's a great film.
Yeah.
Brilliant film. Andy T put me onto it.
Yeah.
And it's a really
Andy.
great film. Yeah, so I think we probably watched it at Andy's, mate, together back in the day. And it was Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro and whatnot. And they create this war, don't they? But there's no war. They just create a war. And I messaged Mark and goes, I hope you're okay, mate. Heard that like things are bad over there and all this, that, and the other. Are you and Pauline okay? And he was like, what you on about, mate? I don't know nothing about this. And he like literally lives in Paphos, or I think it's Paphos or something like that.
Paphos is probably about an hour from the air base, maybe less.
Yeah, he doesn't live in Paphos. He lives like in a village outside of it. But and he was just like, no idea. So I've just said, like, when we started this, I've just sent him one saying, how's everything going? I've heard there's been some attacks. So we'll see what Mark comes back. Our man in Paphos. We've got our own news feed going on here, lad. You know what I mean? We'll have a weather girl next week as well. The news on the Funnyfarm.
That could be me and Suzzy's. But
well, we've been talking about this for a while now, haven't we, mate? I think you're gonna have to do your Frankenfurt a bit at some point.
So what's Trump been up to this last week?
Yeah.
Not much, to be fair. He's only gone and fucking started the war with Iran. With his fucking Israeli mates. What a fuck up.
What is it?
Honestly, Israel must have something on him. And he's so fucking scared of losing that office. You know, they must have something on him. Why the fuck has he got in there all guns blazing? It's just fucking nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Do you know what I think? Like the whole Trump bit. This is all linked to Epstein. This.
I was just about to say that. And because they reckon fucking Epstein was a Mossad agent, don't they?
Yeah, an Israeli spy or whatever. But my missus reckons he's still alive. So what I think he is still alive. And Trump and him had a Zoom call the other day, and basically he's turned around to Trump and said, if you don't fucking help us and start bombing the fuck out of the world, I'm going to send those pictures in of you fucking that girl or something like that. That's what I reckon.
Definitely. Yeah. There's something like that going on. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, you know, Trump he's just a fucking nutter. And the Israelis are nutters. The Israelis have just, because fucking Hezbollah, who were supporters of Iran, have fired a few fucking missiles into Israel. Now Israel are thinking about fucking going take. I mean, they've hammered Lebanon, hammered Lebanon. They have last like 24 hours, and they're thinking about sending foot soldiers in. They're not asked. The Israelis are absolutely.
There's always like all these bits and bobs that keep happening. Well, not keep happening. You had like 9/11 and stuff, and they said, oh, it's going to be World War III. Iraq, World War III. Bosnia, back in the day, World War III. We've never had a World War III, have we? What do you think, Charlie, because you've been reading up and watching the news, I haven't. Is this capable of becoming World War III, or is this just going to be another one of those where we never know anything about it in this country, really?
I think that they've opened up a fucking can of worms here. And everybody's going to be comparing it to Iraq. I think this is fucking worse than Iraq. I think they in Iraq they toppled what's his face, Saddam Hussein, quite fast, didn't he? And then the country went to shit. There's no signs of Iran, the government, going at all at the moment. There's no sign of it. And all that'll happen in Iran, there's that many hardliners in there, they'll just start fucking slaughtering the people there. You saw it the other week when they were protesting out there. You know, they were slaughtering them then. And he's just opened a fucking massive can of worms. I hope, I mean, it's
so I struggle with like... I say I don't listen to the news, I don't watch it. So, who are the players in this war then? So,
Well,
I mean, obviously World War Two
you've
was
got Iran who are in the Middle East. The
yeah,
Israelis who fucking don't want Iran to exist, basically.
right, okay,
Iran is an awful regime. It's a terrible regime, and if they got rid of that regime, it would be amazing. But are they ever going to get rid of that regime? Is the big question mark at the moment. Donald Trump, who, funnily enough, was moaning a couple of fucking weeks ago because he never got the fucking Nobel Peace Prize.
yeah, yeah. Well, he got the FIFA Peace Prize.
He got the FIFA Peace Prize, which just shows us a pile of wank because.
Has he just set off the World Cup early? What a gobble off, mate! What a gobble off.
So now the Iranians, because apparently they believe in this scorched earth thing. So if they're going to get wiped out, they're going to fucking take everybody else with them. Basically, that's what they're going to do.
So Trump's bombing Iran, and Iran are now bombing Dubai. Anything with like any kind of
Qatar, Bahrain, Dubai, and apparently Cyprus, Kuwait, anything with an air base or like an American, a British, French, or whatever air base. If they're involved, they're going to attack them.
Because when I heard that Dubai were being bombed, I thought it was the left wing of this country getting their own back on all the Brits that have moved over there to avoid tax.
That's another story, isn't it? All these fucking people moaning about the NHS and they all fucking live in Kuwait, but they all come back here for their fucking work to get their fucking.
I had a conversation with somebody not so long back, and he was like, "I'm going to go and live in Dubai." He'd been out there for the boxing or the WWE. He'd been out there, and he was like, "I'm going out there because it's like this country's charging too much tax, and I can just do it for nothing over there." I'm sure he'd be looking at the news now and pretty glad he's not gone and lived out there.
Yeah, but you know what? All these people who move out there, they're moaning about tax and all that. When their wives get pregnant, they all fucking come back here to have their kids because they want a British passport.
Of course they do.
You know what I mean? They're so fucking hypocritical. Anyway, that's another story.
That's another story,
That's another pod. So this morning in Kuwait, so the Americans, was it Kuwait that there was some American soldiers lost? So they've already had a lot of lives. I think there was 3 American soldiers killed. And I think Trump said one of his big campaigning things was he's never going to start the war because he's never going to risk American lives in a desert. So he's just gone against his campaign mantra of one of them. And yes, they've lost 3 servicemen this morning. Sorry, over the weekend, and another load were injured. But this morning they had 3 F-35 planes shot down. By the Kuwaitis, friendly fire.
Wow.
Apparently all 6 pilots or all 6 servicemen in those planes are all safe, but friendly fire. So there's consequences already for what's happening. I mean, I don't think the Israelis are going to start turning around saying how many of their servicemen are being injured or
So Mark has replied.
Oh, has he? Our man in Paphos.
So our man in Paphos is reporting, and it's not good. He's put, we had a bit of a scare earlier. Was informed we needed to evacuate as a drone had been spotted over Paphos Airport. Closed the airport, which is only 4 miles away. Apparently, it was a hobby drone. Oh, fucking hell. I hope you're all right, Mark, and keep praying for you. Got everyone all worked up. Insert your favourite C word springs to mind in the current climate. So you got some kid flying a fucking drone about. Fucking
flying a drone around now by Paphos Airport when there's all sorts of shit going.
That's the kind of shit we do, though, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
So it's all kicking off out there. It's all fucking crazy, absolutely mad. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is going to be a fast thing. I think they thought they'd have it over and done with in a couple of days, but I think it's going to be a major thing. I think the Americans are going to have to put, because Trump won't back down.
No,
he won't back down. unfortunately, he's a fucking madman, isn't he?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I just hope it comes to some sort of conclusion quite fast because war's not good, is it? People losing their lives, it's awful. When those poor people in Iraq who are getting fucking bombarded, sorry, in Iran,
Yeah.
you know,
Innocence, isn't it? That's the thing. It's always about. It's never targeted enough to be a military thing, is it? It's always innocent people that get fucked over and lose people, and then obviously death in itself. It's just not right. But I mean, Trump's just what is he doing? What is he doing, mate? It's
you know
let them
what?
sort their own shit out, man. It's none of your business, is it? Like you say, there's got to be something there. There's got to be some kind
Yeah,
of
well,
leverage or something that they've got.
Trump said last June they went in and attacked their nuclear bunkers, didn't they? And he said, "Oh, they've been obliterated. They'll never be able to produce nuclear fucking weapons again." And now they've actually gone in there. I mean, they were holding talks last week in Geneva. They were holding talks in Geneva about, and they said, "Well, we'll go back and we'll come back next week. We'll go back and think about it. We'll come back next week." And then what happened? I said to my lad on Friday, I think, where would we go? Are we going over to Liverpool on Friday night? And I said to my lad, I said, I bet you, the Americans start bombing Iraq tomorrow because it's a Saturday. Trump always does these things on a Saturday for some fucking crazy reason. And they did. They started on Saturday. I think it was morning here, and then it was just like, oh yeah, they're at it.
Isn't that like the Sabbath for Jewish folk?
Yeah.
Saturday, the Sabbath. Is something
Yeah.
to do? Is that linked? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I mean, in England, that'd never happen, would it? Because he'd be too busy watching the match. It's like the fucking Americans.
I know, yeah, when that one on Saturday, would it? But apparently, Trump is pissed off because we have these Chagos Islands that Trump's been moaning about. We shouldn't be giving them back, and there's a big military base there. And Keir Starmer wouldn't let the Americans use any of the bases in the UK or the Chagos Islands to attack Iran because because he thought it was against international law.
Yeah.
And now, because there's that many tourists and that, and the Iranians are attacking Dubai and all the other the Emirates states and Bahrain and that, they've just basically said that yeah, you can use them now. But Trump was pissed off. Trump said, we've never had this before in our special relationship. We've never had this. But we've never had a fucking president as well wanted to charge us astronomical fucking tariffs either, have we?
No.
He wants it all of his way, doesn't he? He wants it all his way.
Yeah, and I think that I think we said it before on here. Like, he's a big CEO of whatever his company, and he's a billionaire or whatever he is through business. And a lot of people that get to that stage are psychopathic, and Trump's definitely got that psychopathic thing. Starmer clearly hasn't. He's not a psycho, is he? So at least he's kind of used a measured approach, I guess, with this. How quickly is it going to be that our troops are in there and involved? And do you know what I mean? Are we going to get in bed with him on this?
There's, I mean, the
already troops there.
No, the foreign. Well, we've got bases out there, haven't we, in the Middle East?
Yeah.
But the Foreign Office put out a link yesterday, so everybody basically wants to get out of the Middle East, as to just register on this link. They've had over 100,000 people. Well, that's going to be people who are holiday makers, expats, or whatever. All the airspace is closed out there. You can't get out of there. You can't get out the Middle East at all at the moment, by air.
I know Vicky Patterson off Geordie Shore was over in Dubai, wasn't she? And she was saying that they can't get out. And
yeah, I saw what was it? Graham Souness is stuck in. Where was he stuck in? Dover or somewhere?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's going to be a mass evacuation. And are you going to be wanting to sit on one of those fucking planes when those Iranians are just sending over fucking drones and ballistic missiles? fucking squeaky bum time that is, isn't it?
I think I feel a little bit like if it is there's a lot of, I know I've done courses, the courses we've talked about, the ones where they get all your money and then they give you fuck all back. I
Yeah.
know a couple of the people that have had these courses that are in Dubai, they live in Dubai, and I'd love for them to get whacked by these fucking drones, to be honest with you, because they're cunts and they rip people off left, right, and centre. And I would
Yeah.
absolutely love one of those to fucking just launch you. Yeah, we'll use that. We'll say launch you because that's what they should do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is, mate. But yeah, of course, I'm only joking. I don't want
I mean,
anyone to get hurt
yeah.
or injured or lose family or anything like that. Because of psychopaths. But
I mean, it's a scary time. The world's, you were talking earlier about World War III. What's going on in Europe? What's going on in the Middle East? And you've got Donald Trump who thinks he can fucking go around and kidnap fucking presidents from other countries. You know, what he's done in Iran, yet they are a terrible regime, but they were in discussions last week. They were having discussions last week, and then fucking 24 hours later, he's fucking attacking them. So, he's in power. You've got Putin in power. You've got all these fucking, it's just fucking scary. The world's a
yeah, it
scary,
really
scary
is.
place at the moment. It really is. I mean, I won't be travelling. I mean, I actually quite like Dubai. I've been out there a few times. And we'd always look at going there,
Is there
especially.
anywhere you ain't fucking been?
Yeah, I haven't been to a few places. I quite like Dubai, but
Honestly, listeners, viewers, he's like Gloria fucking Huniford. You've been everywhere, haven't you?
short
Was
with
it?
a bomb.
Did you say it was? Did you say you'd been to like 50 odd countries?
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
in, can like just viewers, hello at funnyfarmpod.com. Write in and tell us where you've been and how many
Yeah, yeah.
countries you've been to. I'd like to see, because is this like a Charlie phenomenon, or is it like a new, is like a lot of people traveling all over the place? Because I think I can count definitely on two hands the amount of countries I've been to. Probably it may
Yeah,
well even be.
when I met you, um, I hated flying. I think I'd only been out the country twice when I met you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then even like when you were working in that stationery place, when you worked there and I moved back to Liverpool, that's when I got the travel bug.
Yeah, you got
Because
that. You got your job working in China, didn't you?
Yeah. I worked for a company and was going over to China all the time, and I went all over the place. And then I was doing a lot of stuff around China. When I travelled Tokyo, oh God, Taiwan, Kuala Lumpur, loads of places. Just then and then I was doing stuff. I remember one week I'd gone to China when I was working for that company. I'd gone to China. And I had to go back to China. But in between going back to China, I was going with my mates to Madrid. So, like, I got back from China on the Monday. On the Friday, I flew out to Madrid. Come back from Madrid on, say, the Monday. And then the following Wednesday, went back out to China. It was just
Yeah,
like, it was crazy. It was
yeah.
crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
You know what? And like everybody used to say, you're traveling all these places. When I was going out to China, as soon as I got picked up in the airport, they used to take you out to a hotel by the factories, which were out in Guangzhou. Guangzhou was a massive place. I think at the time when I was going out there, it had a population which was probably the same population as Australia, just in the city in
Bloody
Guangzhou.
hell.
It's like 20 odd million in
You
Guangzhou.
you see all the videos of like India and places like that with the traffic, don't you? And you think we've got no reason to fucking
Oh
moan
man,
about traffic at
I
all
know,
in this
I
country, have
know.
we?
It's mad out there. It's crazy. I love China. I love China. It's brilliant. I love the
Yeah.
culture. I love the way you're treated. The food's really nice. It's nothing like Chinese you get here. It's just a great place. And it's such a big country as well. It's
Isn't
amazing.
like I mean again, isn't the regime in China really oppressive though? Isn't it like very controlled?
Yeah, it is now. When I first started going out there, it wasn't as bad. I mean, I've got an agent out there, Anthony, who we had at the time, and I'm still really friendly with him. And he's from Taiwan, and they're trying to. I mean, the Chinese just want to take Taiwan back over, like they did with Hong Kong as well. I love Hong Kong. Hong Kong's amazing. I
Yeah,
mean, when I always like to try and come back through Hong Kong airport because when you've been like in China for like about 10 days or something, you've been having like the Chinese foods and some of the stuff you get and you don't know what you're eating. Like the Burger King in the Hong Kong airport was the best sort of like Burger King in the world for me. Because as soon as you got into Hong Kong airport, it was like
yeah.
straight over to the Burger King. And there was a sports bar next to it, so you'd always get the footy on. It's got-
Don't they all support Man U over there though?
You know what? Where I was in Taiwan. And I was like walking around this corner, and I just saw the red and white, and I thought, "Oh, here we go, a Man United shop." And it was Steven Gerrard. It was a Liverpool shop. I was like, "Yes, get in."
So they don't, it's just any shit club they like over there. Then it's
Yeah,
not
I
just.
suppose so. Yeah, there you go. How did you do the weekend, by the way?
Iran. No, we didn't do well, mate. Oh, watch the game. I had a gig yesterday in Hull and I had to pick my mate up from Chesterfield, so I had to bin it early. But I got to I did manage to had a shower and everything before and watch the match, mate. We played Brighton, lost 2-1. Awful, just awful. I can't really. I mean, there was bits of it where you'd think, wow, we're getting there. The new manager. But he's won. I think he's won one game, hasn't he? Which was the European one, two.
Yeah, and I was at a rugby do on Saturday, and
How did that go? Was you?
it was good. You know what? I
You
thought
were on the
I'll
Guinness
go out.
Zero though.
I can't be arsed drinking anymore. I went, and the president of the RFU was there.
Oh, really?
The woman. Yeah, I forgot what her name is. But anyway, yeah, so, yeah, I had a nice meal and I had a couple of Guinness Zeros. The first time I've had that Guinness Zero. Oh, lovely
Beautiful,
stuff.
mate. I
Yeah.
didn't drink, like, obviously it's 26 months now since I last had alcohol, but I was never a Guinness fan. No, I'd like had a couple of pints of it, but I'd like
Yeah.
always go, that's really horrible. It's a bit bitter. Um, so I was a bit of a lager like myself. I liked real ale. I loved real ale, but Guinness was never something I ever got into. And like when I stopped drinking, there was like I think the first one I had was Heineken Zero, which was meh, and then I'd like Peroni. That's okay. The Bud is in a can, awful. Didn't like that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
It's just personal taste. I discovered a couple of like real ale replacement ones which were good. They had an old speckled hen one, and there's some ghost chip ones that are good, like real ale ones. And the Erdinger. If you go to Spoons, they usually have it in there. That one's really good. That's 0.5%, so it's
Right.
not totally alcohol free, but there's about the same amount of alcohol in that as there is in a glass of orange juice. So it's like
Right.
it's nothing. It's still
Yeah.
literally nothing. And then I discovered the Guinness. So if I can, I'll either go Guinness Zero or Erdinger for me.
Right.
They're the best two that I've found. But yeah,
Yeah.
never liked Guinness. But what they've done, I don't know. And I think our guest who we're going to be seeing next week commented on your post
Yeah. Yeah.
about Guinness Zero, and he said they must have spent some real money on it because it's really tasty, and it is. It's better than Guinness. I think it's nicer than Guinness.
Yeah. I mean, I was into Guinness quite a few years ago. I used to drink all sorts. And I mean, it was like, was it sponsoring the one of the World Cups or something? And we used to have
Yeah,
all the inflatable Guinness tubs and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I used to drink shitloads of it. And then I just went back onto lager. But yeah, so I had a couple of these on Saturday. They were great. And so and then my third one, I had something to eat first. I had something to eat and I thought, I'll have a pint of Guinness now. And yeah, I had a pint of Guinness and then I just couldn't be arsed drinking after that. Just had the one pint. I
Yeah,
mean, my missus had turned up then with the lads and she's going, you go and have another drink? I was like, I can't be arsed. I just can't be
yeah,
bothered. Can't be
yeah.
bothered drinking anymore. I had a great day. We played, my lad was the ball boy, the rugby. They won 45-7.
Nice.
So, Yeah. So it was.
So who was playing then?
So it was Wirral Rugby against Bowden. Oh, was on Sunday.
Okay, so is this a professional game? Is it?
No, they're not. It's just like, yeah, I suppose the semi. Some of the players do get paid, but it's not there. Yeah.
But your lad was a ball boy.
Yeah, he was a ball boy. He's in the under 11s. The other one was a mascot.
Excellent. That's nice.
So yeah, so we had a good little family day out there. Actually, it was a good laugh.
That sounds good. Yeah, and you had like a slap up meal and a couple of beer, well, a beer and some Guinness Zero then.
Yeah. So no, it was a good afternoon.
What I want to know, because going back to my schoolboy rugby days, did the boys get hot dogs? That's what I want to know.
No, not at that. It's weird with the hot dog situation because if you play away, you get hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
And because they played at home yesterday, so the boys played at home yesterday, but they don't get hot dogs. Only the away team gets hot dogs. I don't know if this is rugby hot dog etiquette. But
So what do your lads get then?
whatever I fucking buy them.
Oh, they don't. So the rugby club they don't feed them.
No. Not the home team. Only the away
That's
team.
shit. Well, that's really bad, isn't it?
They normally get chips, curry, and sausage chips and curry over Sunday lunchtime.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Don't you do a Sunday roast then?
Sometimes. So if I'm doing a Sunday roast, they wouldn't have that. I just bring them home and give them a sandwich or something. So if we're doing a Sunday roast, I never did a Sunday roast yesterday. I did, because I did all the cooking in my house, because my wife can't cook.
Where'd you get your chips and curry, and do you go to Chippy for that then?
No, from the clubhouse.
But so the away team get fed for nothing,
Yeah.
and you have to buy.
All they get is a hot dog.
That's why I used to go. I used to go.
The home team. I've got to buy them something from the clubhouse kitchen.
That's terrible, mate. You need to raise this at the next.
We do, mate. We do.
Are you part of the AGM? Are you on the committee?
I'm too fucking busy to go along, mate.
You coach them though, don't you?
Yeah. I've been coaching. This is my 6th season.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't think when I moved out here, 8 years ago, I'd be coaching rugby.
Do you have to do in rugby? Do you have to do all the badges and stuff? Have you done all your coaching qualities?
Yeah, you know what? I leave that to the other guys who know how to play rugby.
So you just kind of help out. You're the bloke who puts the fucking cones out, aren't you?
I'm the cone man. Yeah.
You don't do the Tower of Power and all that stuff, do you?
No, I mean I did all the admin. I did the admin for a couple of the teams because my lads are growing up and going to the team. They'll keep dropping down and helping out with the younger teams, and I can coach them and I can show them what to do. It's not too involved, and it's when you start getting into contact, when you go into like the under 9s and start going into contact, because you got to be dead careful then, with their necks and stuff like that and head injury.
Concussion. Yeah. I told you the story about Lottie, didn't I? I've told it on here where.
Where she went and
told to get.
Jane wouldn't let her go back. And
the
hot dogs.
Well, I used to go and have on the match days. I used to go and have a bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee. I didn't ever watch the games. I just used to go and chat to the other dads and have a cup of tea, and that used to be dead good. Like, what a lovely time that was. But yeah, Jane didn't want her to go to rugby. She wanted to dance and gymnastics and all the girly shit. Which she still does to this day at 20 years old. She's won fuck all. But yeah, I wanted her to go there. I probably should have took her to football because she loves football, but she can't kick a ball straight at all. She's 20, so there's it's too late then, isn't it, really, I think.
That could be pig of the week, actually, hot dogs for the home team.
It would definitely get my vote, pig of the week, 100%. Trump's won it before, hasn't he? So... Trump literally could be pig of the week every week. Yeah. I mean, he's cunt of the fucking decade, isn't he? Let's be honest. But yeah, that could definitely be pig of the week, mate. So we'll see. Have we got any heard messages?
Oh, we have. I've got to cue myself up then.
Oh, we need to talk about something else for a couple of minutes then, don't we? What are the What are the flags in aid of then? Because I thought behind you. I thought that was a Christmas thing, and was it? And you just not took them
No,
down.
I told you this is the kids' toy room. Look, this one I'm always playing fucking Lego shit.
That looks like one of them drones.
Yeah. Got all this shit. Look.
Do you reckon like Joe is young enough to be called up for like if we went into a full-on World War III? I think I'm too old. I think you're too old.
No, I'm too old. I'm actually. It depends. It depends if we're losing or not. If we're losing, I can get called up.
They're not going to want me, are they? I've just started taking statins and meds for the diabetes. I've given in to the doctors saying you need to be on statins and you need to be on medication. I've like 6 years I've been trying to get rid of this diabetes and that without meds. And I've finally submitted, listeners. I've submitted, so I'm on statins and fucking metformin now for the rest of my life, probably. They're not going to want me, are they, to go and battle?
They might want us to do. If we could do like Good Morning Vietnam.
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah. Good morning, Iran. What's Trump done now? Our man in Cyprus, Mark. We'll go over to you for the correspondence over there. Yes, there's a bloke flying a drone out here. He's taking pictures. He's just a hobbyist, but they've evacuated the fucking country. Brilliant stuff. Well done. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to clip this up, send it to Mark, aren't I?
Yeah. Right, okay. I'm queued up, ready?
Oh, I love messages.
Okay, so we got messages from the head. Oh, by the way, viewers and listeners and everyone, or podcasters, yeah, we've changed our format. We do Animal Showdown, which I know you all love. But you know, if you want to play, if you want me to play the jingle randomly, just message in Gary Barlow. Yeah, so yeah, we're doing that with our guest now, Animal Showdown.
That was absolutely fantastic. that was great. Jack.
Not as good as your Michael Jackson, I've got to say.
You're through to judges' houses.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean Michael Jackson's it's probably my best one, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is your best one. Anyway, we got some messages from the head. Actually, we've actually got an email from Andy Wakefield. Actually, we could have a little discussion about this because
that's a good mate of mine, Andy.
The other week when Joe was talking about chocolate digestives, wasn't he? He was going with the biscuit to chocolate ratio. That's what he was getting at, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
on about how much,
it got Andy thinking about a game we can play. What biscuit is the best dunkability factor? Now, I've got to say, I think What's-His-Face has done this, hasn't he, Peter Kay?
Oh, I don't know.
Done that yeah, and he goes on about the hobnob being the fucking, the SAS version of the biscuit. It's actually quite funny, Peter Kay. So we got to give Peter Kay credit to this, because he's already done it. But if you've not heard it. Anyway, so what Andy does say, what biscuit has the best dunkability factor, which is the best to dunk in your brew. Attention to how long you can hold it before you lose it in a mush must be considered. Now, I know he's going to go on about, but he did actually put into this about Joe. But Joe's not with us anymore, unfortunately. But it is
he's not
true.
He's not dead, by the way.
No, he's not gone off to fighting Iran.
He's not gone to, but I think he could be in Iran very soon. he might get to go to America through this, you know. He's always banging on about it, and Trump might take him over there as one of his special agents. Our agent Joe goes into Iran undercover.
But Joe in his private education may struggle. I think this is fucking hilarious, as he will be used to fig rolls.
Fig rolls, and I'm guessing that like privately educated students are quite used to playing soggy biscuit as well. I can imagine Joe playing soggy biscuit with his
Yeah,
feet.
yeah. But you've got what are those other biscuits with the raisins in? They're quite posh as well, aren't they? As well, I don't know what those ones are called.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like biscuits with raisins in, mate.
Oh, well,
Right, so I'm going to go. I'll give you a bit of a. I've got a bit of a thing.
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, go on, mate. Sorry.
And Andy's saying it's top
I
list.
thought you were asking me.
No, top list for me as they're hard as nails for Duncan are hobnobs. Now, Peter Kay did come out and say that they were fucking, you know, the creme de la creme when it comes to Duncan biscuits.
Are hobnobs chocolate, or are they just like a normal biscuit?
No. But I do like the Aldi version of them. They're called Oaties.
Yeah.
Anyway, just an idea and an email for you guys to waffle on about or do a live analysis of this important subject matter. But as I say, this has already been covered in one of Peter Kay's sets. So, and he does mention hobnob. So we do have to say, you know, that we are aware of that. But we can have a little chat about this because I don't think the hobnob is the ultimate biscuit.
I don't agree with hobnob either. I'm not a hobnob fan. So. If I'm like when you have your chocolate hobnobs and that, I'd rather have a chocolate digestive. But I'm going to throw one out there, mate, and I don't think you're going to agree with me because I don't think I've ever had anyone agree with me on this. Chocolate biscuits aren't for dunking.
No, they're not. No, I'm with you on that one. They're not.
Good. Yeah, I don't think it's weird when you dunk a chocolate biscuit because it makes the chocolate like really cold, doesn't it?
Well, why wouldn't you dunk a chocolate bar in there if you're going to chocolate? You know, it's just silly. It's silly.
Yeah. So chocolate hobnobs are out. I wouldn't buy a hobnob unless it had chocolate on it. To be honest, I don't think I'd have a dry. I like a digestive, and they dip in your tea quite well. A digestive, that's a pretty good dunkable one. What I'm thinking though is I don't know whether this is because I grew up doing this. But I think custard creams are a good solid shout for this. Dunkability. For dunkability. They're good for dunk. They're good because they've got like.
You go down the route of bourbon as well. A bourbon, because a bourbon's just like a chocolatey custard cream.
I like bourbons, but not as. My favourite are custard creams. Do you not like a custard cream?
No, I think they're a bit boring actually. My favourite for Duncan biscuits. You know, you might think I'm just going to be a little bit sad here, but my favourite are Lionel's.
A what?
Lionel's.
What's a Lionel?
Lionel Rich Teas.
Rich tea.
Yeah,
but for dunkability factor, they're shit. They're nice.
Yeah. No, you put them in. You only have to be in for a split second, and they've absorbed everything.
But
you're not fucking around, are you? In, out, in.
In, out, in, perfect, brilliant. I agree with you. Rich teas are nice, but that is boring as fuck. But
I said that.
If you read Andy's email, he said that part of it would be how long can you hold the biscuit in. Rich tea, 2 seconds, and that's fucking flopped to the bottom.
I'm not bothered about sticking it in long. I'm in and out, in and out. Don't want to stuff in there. Things drop off.
I'm not leaving it in. I might end up with another baby. Fuck that. No, but if you're playing it by the I've got.
No. He never said that was a score. He just said talk about it. You know, he's just said the attention to how long you can hold it in before you lose it in a mush. And like a rich tea, it will mush up quite easily, and I know that. I'm quite well aware of that.
We do need to get Andy on to talk about this, I think. He's a bit worried that he wouldn't have much to say, but I think he would. I think he'd be fine. I mean, he is a Man U fan as well, so you could probably have a bit of a word with him about that. But no, I'm not having. I'm not having rich tea. I'm not that.
I'm not having custard cream. Let's get Andy on. When we get Andy on, we'll ask him.
Yeah, if this was me headset's gone. Apparently, my battery's low on my headset, which is not good. I think these are broke. Hang on.
Are you plugging yourself in?
I think these are broke. I think the charger's not doing well.
We'll get Andy on. We'll get Andy on. We'll have to work out a time to get him on.
Yeah, he needs to come on, doesn't he? Bless him. But I'm going custard cream. I think and my rationale for that, it's turned into a bit of a farm showdown, isn't it? This with biscuits, because it's like got the mortar in between. It's like a brick, isn't it? It's like held together quite well. So you've got the creamy
That's
bit.
just like having chocolate on a biscuit, dunking it.
No, chocolate is totally different, mate. Totally different. Absolutely different. The biscuit warms up the custardy bit in the middle, whereas on the chocolate, it like cools it down and makes it not nice.
Right, okay.
But yeah, there's got to be other. I mean, a digestive's a good solid
Weird.
chart. A
Weird.
digestive's a good solid chart for it.
How about people who have cheese on digestive biscuits?
That is weird, isn't it? Like you always
Yeah.
get those digestive biscuits, don't you? When you have. So I'm not a Jacob's cream cracker fan. I'm
No,
not.
I'm not a cream cracker fan.
I like the salt and pepper ones.
Yeah, I like the garlicky ones or the crushed black pepper ones.
Yeah, the crushed black pepper for me. I could literally eat those without cheese
I'm
on
not
them.
I'm not a great cracker fan. I'd rather just have cheese and grapes, to be honest with you. But people who put them on digestive biscuits are weird. That's
Strange that is, mate. That's not normal, is it? That's
posh.
craziness.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
just posh.
Maybe Joe does that. And what biscuit does Joe use for his soggy biscuit game? That'd probably be a hobnob, wouldn't it? He doesn't really play soggy. Well, he might. I'm only saying what I know.
Anyway, on the subject of Joe, we have had like a message from Tiki on Joe leaving,
Okay.
and he put send him an Everton mug as a leaving gift.
I saw that. That was a good one, wasn't it? That, yeah. Because he was going to send you the Everton mug that his dad got, isn't it?
Yeah, got it back for Christmas. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that. And you know, we were talking about women's football last week, weren't we? Were we talking? Yeah, we were talking about that on the pod, weren't we? We were talking about that on the pod, or not?
Yeah. We spoke about it on.
Was it Patreon or the pod?
No, it was the pod. It was the one that went out on the 26th.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's out.
Anyway,
If you want to go and have a look at that and give us an opinion on women's football, yeah.
Kev's got a good point on this, and
I don't think he has, but yeah, go on. I know.
Have you read it?
I think so. Yeah.
And he's put, I enjoy watching women's football because it's a little bit slower, and I can see what's going on more. I don't know much about football, so it's helpful. That's not a dig at all. I really do find it easier to follow.
Yeah. I mean, that's a direct attack on women that play football, that they're not as quick as the men. And also, is he just wanting it to be slower because he's a bit pervy?
He might just genuinely have something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're always
know,
looking
Kev, maybe write in and elaborate on it, Kev. Maybe he doesn't watch the pod, does he? He only watches the shorts.
Yeah.
But yeah, elaborate on it a little bit.
He's honest, and he is a super fan, and he always,
Yeah, he's a good lad. The thing for me with women's football is that I've got no problem with women's football, and I think I answered to somebody. I don't know. It might have been that. It might have been the Kev who we're having on as a guest. It might have been him. I'm not sure. Tim, sorry, not Kev. Tim.
Tim's on Friday.
I think, yeah. I think it might have been him. I can't even remember now. But he basically said that it was you couldn't. Yeah, I think it was him, and he said you basically couldn't really you couldn't class them as the same thing. It's completely they're incomparable because women's football's different to men's football and this, that, and the other. So then I kind of my thing on that was you're absolutely right. It's a different class of football, isn't it? It's like you have I don't know the Paralympics, different class of sport, isn't it? It's like you don't put able-bodied people against people who've got disabilities. There's a Paralympics and an Olympics. And I'm not saying that women are disabled. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying it's a different type of sport, isn't it? So it's a like Kev says, it's slower. It's less skillful. It's
You
it's
know
not
what? Just
less
thinking about
physical.
that, putting men against women. Wasn't it the famous tennis match? Wasn't it between? Oh, remember who it was between? Oh, was it Billie Jean King? I'm gonna Google it because I want to bring it up now. Tennis.
I mean, there's going to be some women out there that would beat men in sports. Obviously, I mean, they'd beat me. But what we were talking about was the professional level of the game. And it was something that I overheard at the thing, wasn't it? It was something I overheard at the match when the Tannoy came over about the Forest Ladies team.
Yeah, Billie Jean King defeated Bobby Riggs, a landmark moment for women's tennis, and that was in 1973.
Yeah. What rank was Bobby Riggs, though?
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
the
Yeah.
thing, isn't it? It's like if you were to put that there's a reason why they're not together. There's a reason why it's not just tennis. There's a reason
Yeah.
why there's a women's tennis match at game, and there's a male. And we're talking like elite, aren't we? Here we're talking like these are elites. And it was like somebody did comment. There was a few comments on this video and I can't remember
Oh yeah,
exactly what.
yeah. I mean, he was like he was number one spotted amateur in 1939, and later as a professional in 46 and 47. But he never played it until 1973. So he was
Yeah,
a lot older, wasn't he?
yeah. So it's
Maybe
yeah.
some could
I think it's a good point for debate. It's a good point for
yeah.
debate. I don't know. And it's great that women play football. I've got, for me, it's like great, go and do what you need to do. But it's like I think I have a problem when there's like people going out there going women should be paid the same as men for playing football. I don't think men should get paid as much as they get paid for playing football.
No, it's
But
ridiculous.
I certainly believe that men at this moment in time should get paid a lot more than women. That's because when Forest play at the City Ground, 30,000 people turn up, and when Forest Ladies turn up, less than 1,000 turn up. So, the amount of revenue that the women bring into the club is a lot less than what the men bring into the club. And, higher up, prize money and stuff like that should probably be looked at in the women's game and whatever. But I don't think it will be because FIFA are giving fucking Donald Trump a peace prize. They're not that interested in women's football, are they? Let's be
No,
honest. So, but yeah,
no.
there were some interesting comments. If you go onto our YouTube, you can read the comments on the shorts that we put out. But there was one person who said that he thought that the women would be in the championship for the under-14s if they were in the same league as the men. So I thought that was a bit rude, but yeah, these under-14 lads are good. You never know, do you? So, pick of the week then, Charlie. We're at the hour mark, and we're trying to keep these to an hour.
I think pick of the week has got to be no hot dogs for the home side.
100%, mate. I'm going with that. I don't care what's happening in the world, that my mate's stuck out in Cyprus. I'm not really bothered about what Trump's doing. I think it's diabolical that your lads don't get a hot dog when they play rugby. And I will be writing to the Welsh or wherever it is, Cheshire Rugby Board with my complaint. When I was a lad, I got a hot dog after rugby. Give the home team. And this was training. It wasn't even a match. We used to get them after training on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, well,
We didn't even play a match.
we have either training or a match on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But even after training, we don't get one, and we train on Tuesdays as well.
And I still love those hot dogs, the cheap fucking tins. I love them, mate. You're posh, you are. You're posh.
In Costco, you can get the kids love them. You can get like a hot dog and like a big thing of Coke for like £1.50 in Costco. So when school holidays, they always head over there for them for the lunches, cheap lunch.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I did go. I don't know if you saw me picture on Friday. I went to Wendy's.
Oh no! Oh, I saw the burgers. Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy's. There was some Wendy's. They were.
I've never been to Wendy's. I don't think.
Burgers are nice, actually. Anyway, go on. We need to go, don't we?
Well, my headset's fucking keeps saying it's running out of charge. I think I've got an issue with the charger.
Yeah.
Because it's when I'm not using it, it's on charge all the time, but I don't think it's charging up. I noticed this the other day, which is bad news. On Friday when we do the Patreon, I'm going to be at my mum and dad's, so I'll have my laptop. I'll be on my laptop somewhere in their house, I should imagine. But I'll be seeing you tomorrow anyway for pod.
Just thinking, you're not too far from me when you do. Anyway, we'll talk about that off pod.
Yeah, cool. All right then. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for listening. hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Emails, patreon.com/funnyfarmpod for the Patreon followers. We're about 5 away from 500 now on Facebook. By the time this goes out, we'll be there.
And then it's a push to 10,000 followers.
Oh yeah, baby!
I've got something in store for that.
Let's go. Okay, guys, thanks for listening, watching, and we will see you next time.